superstar? And that's not my words, by the way. I don't know if you know whose words those are, but I heard Lin-Manuel during the press tour for In the Heights use that term. And what do you think about that term? It's coming up, getting close to that, right?
Hey man, I'm honored that that he said that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for all this stuff going on. I'm also grateful for this game this weekend.
Yeah.
This game is about to be crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is great. Have you experienced Super Bowl week before?
Yeah, this is my third Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I come.
Do you have any team in this one that one way or the other? Are you pulling?
I think I love Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I'm an Andy Reid fan since forever. But and I love Patrick Mahomes. I mean, if I had to root for somebody, I might be rooting for the Chiefs. But I love both teams. I think Jalen Hurts is amazing, and it'd be really dope for him to get a championship.
I talk about the Transformers. Now, from what I was reading about this movie, it's certainly for the fans who've seen everyone up the line, but it sounds like if you're just joining the franchise, it's going to be a pretty awesome film as well. So.
Yeah, I think this film is definitely for the fans who've been watching from the beginning, but if you're watching for the first time, then you won't be lost. And there's definitely there's so many new elements, man. And for the OG fans, for the original fans, we got the Beast Wars and Optimus Primal and Cheeto and all these characters, Air Razor and a bunch of characters that have been a part of the universe for a long time. But then we still got our OG characters like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and new characters like Mirage. And the cast is amazing. Pete Davidson and Dominique Fishback, Liza Koshy, Peter Dinklage, Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay producing, Stephen Caple Jr. directing. So it just feels like this epic thing that I think we can't wait to give to everybody. The special effects, everything, the battle sequences, special effects, everything feels at a new level.
And I know you've done a bunch of things going up the line to that, but was that just like a whole new experience altogether, being in something that massive?
Oh yeah, 100%. There's nothing like being a part of a movie that's one of the biggest things ever, of all time. We were shooting in Peru, and I'm seeing Transformer stickers on people's cars. It's a culture. It's a thing that people. The same way Marvel is and DC and all these brands and I think so. I'm just excited, bro.
Yeah. Speaking of Marvel, I know you got Ironheart coming out later this year on Disney Plus. What was that like going through that?
Yeah, it was amazing. I've never played a villain before. So
really?
It was cool getting to play a villain for the first time, and also one of the cooler new villains in Marvel. The Hood. He's shooting magic bullets and going invisible and levitating, and he's got this cool cloak. This red cloak. He looks cool. I'm wearing cool clothes all the time, I've got these amazing fight sequences, and that for me. It was really cool to kind of move into that world, you know what I'm saying, and really start to go from Transformers to then Marvel to really establishing myself in that genre of movies and TV and it was fun, man. My crew was fun. Dominique Thorne, who plays Ironheart, they introduced a character in Wakanda Forever. She's so special. She's amazing.
Right?
Yeah, she's incredible, man. So I'm excited for everyone to see her and see the show.
We got to talk about some of the things you did up the line to get to this point. It's really love it. First off, Star is Born. We watched it. I'm like, this is the best movie I've seen in a decade. So I was a little bit surprised that all the awards and everything, but things come and go. There's hype and then. But that must have been just something else to kind of go through that whole process with him as well.
Yeah. No, Star is Born. Bradley. People are like, oh, what's it like working with Bradley? I'm like, Bradley's one of the best directors I've ever worked with in my life. I'm talking about Bradley would be, and then he'd direct me in his dialect, in the accent. He'd be like, looking at, first of all, we doing a scene and Bradley's under the table watching the scene like this on the screen while we're doing the scene up here like this. and then Bradley would come out, and then, or Bradley was in the scene, Bradley would like direct me. He'd be like, "Hey man, just when you walk over there and talk to Stephanie, just move over there to your left, and then but like just to stay in character, And he's so like, he's so in it. He was wearing all these different hats, man, and he did it with so much grace, And Stephanie, Gaga was. She's Gaga, like she's one of the greatest, bro. Like, her focus and the way she carried herself and how hard she worked, it was dope to learn from them.
And then up the line to get to that point, I mean, first off, let's start with 3D time in Hamilton. I think it was special as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this life-changing?
Yeah, it was. I mean, Hamilton was like the start of, feels like it was the start of everything, I had been going before that, but Hamilton felt like, oh wow, like we're really doing something. Like that feels crazy. It feels epic. It feels like something.
This is just a random guess here, but I love the video for Say Less you put out there.
Yeah.
Was that, because I don't know why I was thinking, was that a little tip to some of the Talk Less from Aaron Burr, or just unrelated?
Nah, it was unrelated, man. Okay. But that's actually a cool way to. I never. Say Less was just me writing a song about meeting a person, and you're just like, say less. We like each other. We're digging each other.
And co-star in that, of course, and In the Heights. In the Heights. I mean, we were tracking this, I think, from the earliest production. I remember at one point, Jay-Z was involved in like an off role, and then like it bounced around a little bit, and we just couldn't wait for years and years. It felt like right place in the right position to get that. And talk about just kind of singing, picturing some of the street scenes, singing back and forth with Lynn. I'd have been unreal.
Yeah, I mean, one of the scenes that one of the moments that sticks out to me the most was when we sang the song called Carnaval del Barrio. It's like Party in the Hood is what the song is, and we're singing this song about pride, and everybody's got their flags out, and that's even one of the scenes where people be like, people would tweet at Lynn or tweet at one of us like, yo, I've never seen my flag in a movie before. I've never seen, so people felt like this sense of pride, and when we shot that scene, I think there was this big sense of pride, this huge sense of pride in everyone shooting and everybody doing it, man. Like we were all like, yo, this feels crazy. Like I just feel so blessed to be able to represent where my family comes from, whether you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, Brazilian, whatever, like that. We have this opportunity to celebrate as one, as Latinos, right here in this alleyway in New York. There's just this juxtaposition of just this party being thrown in this alleyway in the middle of these 4 buildings in the middle of the summer. It was it just felt like this. It's like we could celebrate anywhere. We're just so proud of where our family comes from and where we come from. And
I feel like it's going to be a movie that people are going to be watching 3 decades from now. Like never mind. Like sometimes people get tied up with box office stuff, but this is a movie that's going to be hanging around, has some longevity for sure. I mean, anybody who watches it, I don't know how you'll love it.
I mean, I'm proud of it. I think we made a beautiful film, and box office is not. That's just one element of something. Like, I mean, there's tons of movies that, I mean, did nothing at the box office and became classics, So I think the beautiful thing about movies is that films get to live forever. People can find a movie 30 years from now, and and same thing with music. I can't remember what song it was that just was top 10 again recently. That just went viral because it went viral on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or
that's a song from like the 80s or something like that. Like it just happens all the time, man. That's the beauty of what we do, man. Like it's just timeless.
You worry about, or not worry about, but do you have to concern yourself at all with like the business side, especially Transformers? Is that, or I mean, you just roll with it? I mean, I kind of like the idea. I mean, it's going to do well, obviously. Do you worry about that at all? Or?
I mean, I'd be lying to you if I didn't think about it, But I'm so proud of what we did, and the only thing I have control over is doing this, talking to you about it, promoting the movie, you know, getting out there and telling people June 9th, June 9th, June 9th. You know what I'm saying?
We'll play it over and over again between now and June.
Yeah, you know, and what I did in the movie, you know, and the work I did, you know, and I came prepared. You know, I did what I had to do, and we all feel excited about it. Everyone who made it feels super. We're so hyped about this movie, man.
And then just final thing. I mean, you talked about got the villain role coming up. I mean, is there a character, a part, or even just maybe like a genre that you're like, man, I need to explore this area?
Yeah, I mean, there are a few movies I'm kind of circling around a little bit, you know, but you know, I'm excited to do more comedy too as well, man, because I just love to laugh. I worked with Craig Gillespie on a movie called Dumb Money that comes out. I think it comes out this year, actually, later this year, with another one with Pete Davidson and Paul Dano and like a crazy cast, yo. But it's a comedy, but it's like a dramedy, but it's hilarious. Like there's a lot of comedy in it, and you know, I got to really like do that, you know. Outside of when I worked with Spike Lee, and I did this TV show with Spike Lee called She's Gotta Have It on Netflix, and it was a show based on his, you know, a spinoff of his first commercial film. And you know, I you know, to be able to do that again, and then Craig being an amazing director, you know, he did Cruella and I, Tonya, and the cast was really amazing, you know, and so I want to do more of that, and I also, you know, I want to play like a scientist. And I think that's next, you know. That's probably next. I'm gonna play like a meteorologist or something like that, or so, you know, something. Yeah,
Well, we think the world of it, and we can't wait for what's coming next. This is gonna be a pretty huge year. I don't know if you're walking down the street now, but a year from now,
yeah,
that'll be all over you.
Yo.
But certainly we'll get everything transformed. June 9th, as you said.
Yeah, June 9th. June 9th.
All right. Anthony Ramos, thank you again so much.